Welcome back, guys, and today I'm talking about a brand new demo called Nezori. You're probably wondering, what is this cutesy wootsy hack and slash game NoMoorXP got me looking at right now? Well, it goes like this. I got an email from the devs, and I'm sure others have too, that said, "Hi, NoMoorXP. I'm reaching out to share our upcoming game, Nezori, a fantasy action RPG featuring cute fox and wolf girls. We just launched our Kickstarter campaign and would love for you to check it out." What I can say is that I don't know if my subs will check it out, but honestly, you should. I played almost 2 hours of it to get a good grasp on what it has to offer. Let's start with the basics. You play as a Nazori fox warrior named Atsuko. I could be wrong on a pronunciation, so excuse me for the possible rudeness. She talks with a fellow fox named Himari and gets told about a legendary hot spring near the old shrine in another territory. Sounds simple enough for a plot, as I made my way to this enemy territory called Sothien. That's where I met their leader, Eureka. She was quite the fine looking wolf, and she let me know that her squad won't be backing down. I was fighting all kinds of enemies, from slimes to winged creatures to wolves. I will admit they almost had me a few times, but that's when I started looking over Atsuko's own abilities in the menu. She has a bunch, but I recommend Twin Slash and Blaze Storm. The other abilities can be hit or miss, but you're never gonna get let down with Twin Slash and Blaze Storm. I mean, I was spamming the hell out of those because they were just that good. A feature to be wary of is the stamina gauge. When running and performing heavy attacks, you will start to see it deplete, which could be trouble if fighting a boss or mob. There is a boss in the demo, just want you to know that. But mobs are like constant in this game. I played this on normal and was getting smacked around for depleting my stamina. Rely on your light attacks, roll, and jumping options. Accessories can also be added to the character, such as armor, rings, and weapons if you find them. I didn't see any clothing change when I equipped different armor, but that could be added later. Like your typical RPG, it gives you a stat boost somewhere, on your character. All right, now that most of the typical stuff is out of the way, let me give you the not so typical stuff, but more of the not safe for web stuff. The game lets you see fox panties. I had doubts, but I figured folks would ask me, so I took a peek. You can indeed see Atsuko's white panties. Gaming devs are pretty weird these days, and most tend to censor this with black voids or other means that may ruin the visual experience. That's like the best way I can say it. Her chest also has jiggle physics. I did notice that when I was running and when I was just like doing my light walking, I guess you can call it. It does give a little bounce in the ounce, so we good there. It's not out of control. It sits just right for the animation. Lastly, my thoughts after completing the demo goes like this. It looks promising for what it is. It will only get better when the devs decide to get voice actors. I can tell some folks could be put off if they have to read text only, so having the option will do wonders for this game. I enjoyed seeing different sprites to fit the speech on screen. Normally you don't get that unless it's fully animated, like 3D type, but looking at the sprites and seeing like facial expressions change and like hand movements and stuff like that, they're not like in the same spot as they're talking. Like you can actually tell that there was some heart put into this game. The in-game art, by the way, like the hot spring and Eureka, looked incredible, which you can see right here on screen. This stuff looked great. I'm looking forward to more appealing character designs that fit the game. I know it's fox and wolves, but you definitely get like the shrine priestess from like the character designs, and the warrior, fox, and so much more. Like every character has different outfits that I noticed when I was talking to them, so that's pretty good. Hopefully we get more outfits when the game is nearing its release. The battle mechanics is fun since you can combine hack and slash with abilities at will instead of waiting until you finish a combo sequence. I had two problems with this game, which fall on visual and animation. The first is the environment. Not a big deal since this is still in development, but the grass should either be shorter or animated. And what I mean is, I think showing the grass swaying while like my character is moving through it would look good in game. Cutting it shorter and detailing it more would also be a nice workaround if they don't want to have like that swaying tall grass, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not saying it has to look like Ghost of Tsushima or some shit, but it just needs to look better than what is presented because it just looks too generic, if you get what I mean. Next is the animation for Atsuko. Some things appeared too stiff, such as her running animation. It looked weird knowing that the same animation is used when she's just walking or jogging. I don't even know if it's like a walk or like a jog. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like a fast, it's like a fast walk or something like that. I don't know the exact word for it, but it was just weird. I was like, okay. I was like, they need to do something about that. I'm not saying she needs like a Naruto run or something, but she needs something. I also think equipping her with a sheath for her sword would look great. Playing the game made me think I was watching a kid run around with big scissors. Like the blade was scissors and she just was running around with it. When you think about it, she doesn't really need to be carrying her sword around all throughout this demo anyway. She could really just put it up and then pull it out when she sees enemies, if you get what I'm saying. Like that's just normal. All in all though, I was entertained, and I think I'll save my scoring for the update. Once this gets updated, I think I'll give it a score. I want to reserve judgment for right now because I was just entertained by most of it. So I'm looking forward to the updates to come. And if the devs see this video, thanks again for notifying me in my email about this. To my subs, if you want to see me review more upcoming games or other content, like, comment, and share. Remember this, gaming is forever, and I'll see you next time. Holla at your boy.